Friday, the 14th of January, 2022. And we're going to do a little more dealing with the COVID. What now with COVID-19? It's still out there, and we have the Omicron and other things on this cool day here in Illinois. I think I just checked before I got on air here. It's about 30 outside. A little drizzle of snow here this afternoon at our 5 o'clock time here. So I hope you're all doing well out there. I'm going to put this down here a little. It's supposed to help with slurring or muffling or something, or spitting, so I don't spit in the microphone. I don't know. It's supposed to help some stuff like that. Well, anyway, it's a good afternoon to you out there. And we're going to discuss first, every morning I have my time together with I read the Bible, I do other things, look at a devotional, and then I also read my newspaper. And I think the statement was from Karl Barth, the theologian, at the Bible in one hand and the newspaper in the other. So I remember my former pastor, Cal Markham, used to use that statement. Well, yeah, I look at the paper every day. So the Beacon News this morning had a story on the headline on the top of the fold, which is supposed to be the top story, this probably. That 26 of the 326 ICU beds available in Kane, there's only that many available in Kane and DuPage counties. I'm going to give you a little more data on that here. Like I said, there's only 323, and the newspaper here says, so that's 91%. I guess we'll do the percentages. They did it for us in the paper. And it says that the Mercy Hospital on the west side of Aurora, all the 16 beds were occupied. And I think Delner won't tell as much, but I don't know how they got the data, but I get it from the county health department, some others. But that's what's happening out there. The beds are just coming together, and I think the article, if I remember right, is like most other articles are stating that most of the people in there are unvaccinated. I mean, the ICU people. So that's really a sad story that we only have 26 beds. A few days ago, on the 4th of January, the Sun-Times had another story similar about Will and Kankakee that they had about 300 beds too. I think they had 360 maybe, but they only had 3 openings in ICU. I don't know. And the state at that time maybe had 3,600, and there was only 300 some odd. So I'm sure it's gone down in the state. I think the state had over 3,000 ICU beds, but they were getting filled. Of course, they're not all necessarily COVID. There could be other things happening out there, but it goes together. And sad story, I know you can get COVID at the hospital. I had a friend who's had some surgery and got COVID at the hospital, and he's at home now still with COVID. I think they didn't want to send him to the nursing home. I hope it's light COVID. I think it is, but he's at home recuperating. And that's a shout out to Vernon there. So in today's paper, there was also the Aurora Beacon. It had a front page story. Actually, that was in the top of the fold. They got the fold wrong there. The top of the fold, well, they both were top of the fold. Officer Shields, about Brian Shields. Now, I think I got his picture here. I thought I did. Where did it go? We have it here somewhere on the queue. Oh, here it is. Brian Shields, Officer Brian Shields. very nice story by Denise Crosby, who does a nice job. And she had known Shields from a while back. He'd done reporting too at the Beacon and the Chronicle. And I forgot what the other paper was. Anyway, he'd been with three newspapers too, but he got so hooked on police when he was doing a police beat report with the Beacon that he decided to be a police officer. So I think it was 17 years or something that he had been a police officer, if I remember right. And he passed away from COVID. And let's remember him and his family and the Aurora Police Department on that. And if you can't read the Denise Crosby article in the Beacon, that's today's Beacon online. You can get it, or you can go to the Legacy obituary at Legacy about Brian Shields. And I think his services are next week. So that was for Officer Brian Shield, who passed away at a young age of 51. And he leaves a family too. So let's remember it's another Omicron thing. And more law enforcement officers or law enforcement officers have died from COVID than from shootings and things along that line in the last year. More officers have died from COVID. And I know some officers in some departments have been against getting the vaccination. I know that's big in Chicago. It's been, I would hope the officers would be taking the shots because they're out in the public and several ways they should be doing that. So those are two stories in the Aurora Beacon. So that's today's Beacon. Now, today's Sun-Times had another story that I thought we should discuss a moment here. And I'm just going to bring that up, what that's about. It's dispelling 4 Omicron myths. Now, I'm going to put up some numbers here in a second. I'm going to put up some numbers right now. This, take that down at the bottom there. I'll remove that so you can see the numbers. Well, we're going to have to do it a little differently. Okay, we'll do it like that. Just a second. We'll get it here, folks. Yeah, we'll get it. As you can see at the bottom, it's got about deaths there. Here's the Kane County and the state data from today. There was 29,000, almost 29,600 new cases and 153 deaths. This is reported from yesterday, actually. So the deaths are not slowing down, really. The cases maybe a tad here. It's hard to say. And the cases in Kane County are about the same as they've been for the last few days, almost 1,200 cases a day. And we had 4 new deaths. So that's the numbers in Kane on the coronavirus right now. So I wanted to talk about some myths that are out there, and the Sun-Times had a good article on Omicron myths that are really just outright, flat out harmful and misguided, they say. Now, they got 4 myths. I'll just briefly go through these 4 myths. One is myth 1. Omicron causes milder infections, so I might as well get it now. Well, that's debunked here in the story. I don't want to. We know that maybe it doesn't cause severe illness, but it's a numbers game. It's picking up, so that's the problem. We got a lot of cases, so we're getting overwhelmed, and well, it's not a good thing. So that's myth number one. Omicron causes milder infections, so I might as well get it now. Well, there's some other reasons why you shouldn't get it now, and we don't know the long haul effects. That's one other thing here. Okay, myth. Omicron is like chickenpox. Better to get it now so I'm immune. Well, it goes around. It's not. Chickenpox. This thing spreads very easily, so that's another good thing. If you get Omicron, you might be spreading it to your loved ones. And as I just stated, you could be getting other things that would not be too good. Omicron is myth number 3. Omicron will help us reach herd immunity. Well, it's not a great idea because it's really going to be hurting us. And we don't know how long Omicron, if you get Omicron, how long that antibodies are going to be in your system. They do not know that. So that's why you should get vaccinated, even if you get Omicron. Okay, I'm vaccinated and boosted, so I don't have to worry much about this as much. Well, that's another thing. You don't be on your guard. You won't be up. Well, it's true you won't maybe get severe illness, but you'll get illness. Now that's still not good. As I mentioned, we still don't know about long haul effects. So, and we don't want you to be spreading it too. So, it's just preventing severe illness. That's what it's doing. That's Chicago Sun-Times today. You can get that online or pick up the paper. Anyway, it's an interesting article by the reporters, by a Mitchell Armentrout is a reporter that put that together in the Chicago Sun-Times today. I didn't probably do him enough justice there for what he had, but he had a lot of good stuff there. So, where can you get your vaccinations? Well, several ways. One is to go to the King County site in Batavia, and I'm going to put that at the bottom of the screen. Some of that information. I've got information at the bottom of the screen about VNA and the King County. Now, King County, you can go to King County canevax.org and get more information and sign up for at the King County site. And now, if you do want to get a COVID-19 test, VNA does those too. The county site's not doing it right now. But then we got the state site on Farnsworth, where there's a free COVID test there. Farnsworth at the outlet mall. So, but remember to get your vaccinations. We're trying to build that up, trying to build it up on the east side of Aurora and other areas, because we just got to cut down this virus here before it really whacks us more yet. But it's done a lot of whacking. We know that. So it's caused some deaths too, as we just talked about. So hopefully on Monday we're going to have a guest. I know we'll be talking. I hope I'm working on some guests for talking about Martin Luther King Day on Monday. So that'll be at 5. So come by at 5. And we'll be talking more. But get your shots. Just go out there and get your shots, everybody. And we just got to keep beating the drum on this. I'm sorry, but that's just the way it is. Got to keep beating the drum. And well, I just thank you so much for listening to these few moments with me. And I hope some of these articles you enjoy, get some thoughts and maybe inspiration to help others to get our vaccinations out there and just spread the word that we got to get more vaccinations and we got to keep a good social distancing and masks. I believe the government's going to be recommending, or I think President Biden has recommended N95, KN95. There's going to be more information on that. I think they're going to offer free masks right now they're going to start offering the free tests on Wednesday, and I think it's at COVID.gov or COVID19.gov. I'm sorry, I don't have that with me right now. I had it earlier today, but it's at the government website. It's on Wednesday. You can sign up. You can get 4 tests. I think you get 4 tests and they're going to be mailed to you. And I read somewhere that the post office is ramping up. They're getting ready for that too, with more workers, because they expect more. Everybody. There's thousands of people are going to sign up. So if you can hold off getting the test a few more days, you can sign up on Wednesday to get your free tests. So the COVID-19 tests, rapid tests. So that's coming. So we'll have more information on Monday. I'm sorry I didn't have that, but it's at the government website. I believe it's COVID.gov or COVID19.gov, something along that line. But you just put it in the search engine, and I'm sure you'll find it. So thank you for coming by and visiting with me today. And let's keep up our witness and just keep our head up about this COVID situation, and we'll help our kids at school. We'll be doing good too. We got to get together and get that resolved too. I hope everything's going well with our schools, and we just got to keep our chin up here, and we're just going to keep doing our best. And with prayer and faith, we'll do this. We'll keep on. And so anyway, I just want to say, everybody out there, God bless, and we'll see you Monday on Martin Luther King Day, and we'll talk more about the future here. So have a great weekend. Thank you now again. God bless. God bless you out there. Bye-bye.